Hello, welcome to the video on percent. This is our second example set B. And what we're going to be doing here is practicing the techniques we learned in the lesson to solve basic percent problems. And specifically, we're talking about equations. We can form equations to solve percent problems, or we can set up proportions. Personally, I kind of bounce between both techniques, but get comfortable with one. Just make sure that you can answer these type of basic questions. So let's get right to it. You're definitely going to want to have a calculator during this process, and we'll go ahead and just start. Okay, so 42 is 74% of what number? 42 is 74% of what number? Okay, I'm going to set up an equation here. All right, so 42 happens to be 74% of a particular number. All right, so if I'm going to find out what 74% of some number is, I'm going to take 74%, I'm going to convert it to a decimal, correct? So that'll be 0.74, and when I multiply it by this particular number, x, the answer is going to be what? 42, correct? So this is 42 happens to be 74%, and that's 74% of the decimal of some number. Okay, and this is my number, it's x. I don't know what that number is, but I can certainly find out what it is by solving this equation. So how do we solve this equation? Simply divide both sides by 0.74. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. So x equals 42 divided by 0.74. Get our calculators. 42 divided by 0.74 equals 56.75. 56.75. There you go. So 42, okay, or we can let's look at the number this way. 74% of 56.75 is 42. All right. So let's just find 74% of 56.75. How do you do that? Well, take 0.74, multiply it by 56.75, and what do you get? You get 42. Okay, so this is the equation approach. There's the answer there. All right, just a quick review. You set up your equation, you convert your percent to decimal, you set up an equation, and then just go and solve for the missing variable. All right, this is why we're doing